Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shloka 26. Tvam dvashtavarsham sukumarapana Karuruvaham shakaporagatram Charamaya nasatulyakarna Subhravananam kammusujatakantam Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam yena tasmai Shri-gurave namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shodhavadi Pashad Deshatari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So there was once, Prabhupada gives an example. There was a woman, and this woman was carrying a lot of sticks in the forest, heavy sticks. That is how previously there was no gas. So people will go to the forest and bring some sticks. Job is done. You can burn, cook food with that. Then what happened was, as she was walking, the sticks fell from the head. And she found it impossible to keep the whole bundle back on her head. So at that time, she started praying, "Oh my Lord, I am helpless. Please help me." So yes, Krishna came. Yes, what do you want? So Krishna came in front and she is asking, "Put this wood on back on my head." This much intelligence she has got. And similarly, Prabhupada says, we go to God, we also want Krishna to put the burden on our head. We don't understand Krishna has come, all the problem can be solved, go back to Krishna. No. We want to maintain the burden in this world. And this is our intelligence. We don't understand actually what benefit is there. So as far as the karmis are concerned, they are like that woman who wants the bundle to be put back on the head. I'm just distinguishing Parikshit Maharaj from all the sages here. They have selecting Shukadeva Goswami to be the chief guest for certain reason here. No, they are not karmis. Karmis, no, they will not even come and sit here Bhagavad. They will think what material benefit they can get even from spiritual life. Even if a karmi goes to a temple, the first thing he thinks is that what benefit I can get from the so-called spiritual life, because he doesn't practice seriously. He comes to Krishna also to take something. So this is the karmis. My family should be nice, this should go very nicely, my business should be nice, my children's health should be nice, they should be nicely settled, they should get married like me. This is a typical karmi when he goes to the Lord. He has no other prayers to the Lord. Correct? He wants to settle down nicely in this world. And he wants Krishna also to help him with that. He is not thinking this is Krishna's mission and I should participate in Krishna's mission. He thinks reverse. I have a mission to be comfortable and settle down in this world, and if Krishna is there, if he is there, he should also participate in that mission. Correct? This is the karmi. The next comes actually which is called Jnani. Or sorry, let us take the example of a yogi. I have an example of a yogi. The yogi example is like this. Once what happened in a village, a boy came back. Why he came back? He had left home and gone to practice some yoga siddhi with some people. And he came back. He came after 10 years. So the whole village, they were so happy to see him after such a long time. They all gathered around him. And they asked him, the question was, what have you learned? You were so long there. So he said, I have learned how to walk on water. So everybody said, amazing. Can you show us? He said, yes. Tomorrow I will show you. So an old man was sitting in that meeting. He said, my dear boy, actually what you have learned is worth only, say, 2 rupees. Prabhupada gives an example. He uses 2 cents because he's speaking in America. Say we say 2 rupee. Your knowledge is whatever siddhi you learned, it is worth only 2 rupees. So how is that? He said, you will walk over water and I will pay 2 rupees to the boatman and I will also cross the water. So what is your benefit? So Prabhupada says in that connection, he said these yogis, first thing, mostly in Kali Yuga, whatever yogis you see, generally, they are all cheaters. They have no yoga siddhis. It just trick of the hand like magicians show. Magicians also show so many. They are not much different between the Kali Yuga yogis and the magicians. And a yogi, if he is a yogi, can be always a good magician because he has some siddhis. And magicians, rather than that happens, today magicians become yogis. Some trick of the hand, do some natak, throw some ash, something. Many videos are made and people trace actually it was some pill only which he was breaking. They have YouTube, you can see all that. And the ring, how they play with the ring. They never wear a half sleeve, they always wear full sleeve. And then they show. That is very easy to detect. Anyway, so even if person has, Prabhupada says, they don't have siddhi, they are simply rascal, nothing, waste. Even if they have the siddhi, it is only worth 2 rupees worth. So most of the people, when they come to spiritual life, and that is what they learn from so-called nonsense cinema, spiritualist means yogis. And yogis means what they can do, these yogis? They can do some siddhi, they can, do something. And this is what the people have an idea. But here in Bhagavatam, dharma projita kahitavatra paramo nirmasaranam satam. Dharma projita kahitava. This kahitava dharma, Prabhupada says, is kicked out from the pages of Bhagavatam. It is not there in the Bhagavatam. It is all cheating. Thrown out. And the common man, if he thinks about spirituality, he thinks only that. For him, a personality like Shukadeva Goswami, like the children and the women, people are like that only. They will only laugh at such people. In fact, we should not imitate also Shukadeva Goswami. He is in a very advanced stage of consciousness. That we should not don't try to imitate. Vyāsadeva, even though he is the son, he is his own son. He is not just sentimentally writing and glorifying him. He is an exalted personality. Even Vyāsadeva was happy. Actually, he had only spoken the Bhagavatam to Shuka, his son. Now he himself says, I want to hear from you. You speak. Correct? All the assembly, they didn't say, let Vyāsadeva speak. He only taught he is the guru of Shuka. He said, no, let him speak. I will also like to listen. Because not only he had heard, but his samadhi was so pure and perfect, they wanted to hear from her. It is not just theory. What is also second thing is called realization. And he was very advanced in realizations. And anyway, one devotee always likes to hear another devotee trying to glorify Krishna. And it's always a relishment of devotee. Bodhayastas parasparam. Devotee enjoys this to hear about Krishna. So the public that we see today, in the society that we see, all the people today, they are either karmis or they are either after karmis because they run after sense gratification. And even if they have an opportunity to meet a sadhu, what do they ask a sadhu for? They only ask one question to the sadhu. Can he give me some ashirvad? I told you that example once. Prabhupada was traveling in a train. And there were some people in the train. They were very keen to meet Prabhupada. And disciples were somehow obstructing. So mostly, when people go, when they see a spiritualist, they go for this benefit. The benefit they are looking is this. The benefit they are looking is this, that I should get some material benefit. They don't go to spiritualists for spiritual benefit. Yeah, that example. So what happened that they are in the train, and then the people run, and they want to take darshan of Prabhupada, and the disciples are obstructing. And finally it happens that they somehow push them aside. And the Prabhupada said, was polite, yes, Hare Krishna, you are from which place? This I don't. Help me. Prabhupada said, what can I do for you? So they are saying, Swamiji, you give me some blessing. Prabhupada said, what blessing do you want? So, Swamiji, nowadays the back is paining too much. And immediately the disciple laughed and laughed, because this is what the idea people have. They are meeting such a great saint, and then Prabhupada said, chuckled, and he said, see, this is not something you should ask for us, devotee. Look at these people. They have got the blessing. They have given her everything. Now they are fully absorbed in Krishna service. Why don't you ask a blessing like this? Prabhupada tested them. They just made some excuse and ran away from them. But this is how people are. They are stuck in this material life like a dungeon, and they want to maintain all that. Okay, we may do in material life, but The primary objective should be to satisfy Krishna. And whatever is done, it is done in a sense of duty, with no attachment. But people want to maintain their attachment in this world and increase their attachment in this world. That is their disease. And if Krishna is there, if he is there, he should just participate in expanding that. Because this is a mistake we can understand of the Karmis. And mostly people go to even to temple, mosque or a church praying for material facilities. They calculate in that terms. Just like the Prabhupada gives an example of in Germany. The ladies were there and the war had happened. And daily they were going to the church to pray. Please send back our husbands or sons or brothers. They were praying. And who was to come back? The German lost the war, Second World War. And most of the people died. They became atheist. So this is not the thing to be asked. Number one, did God declare the war? You do crazy activities and fight. I want God to protect you. Don't expect protection when you do some foolish things. Number one. Number two, God's benediction, don't look it in a material way. His benediction is always spiritual. Beyond your limited conception that I am this body. Krishna benefits the soul spiritually. It may have a reflection on the material side, it may not have a reflection on the material side. It may not have. We have the famous example of Chitraketu. He died in the battle. And there the Bhagavatam comments, Chitraketu died as Vyāsadeva. At that time he was as Vyāsadeva. So Vyāsadeva died in the battlefield. He went back to the Krishna's kingdom. And here it is Indra lived in this world. And what happened to Indra after living in this world? He is rotting in the material existence. So there was a battle between Vyāsadeva and Indra. Vyāsadeva died in the battle. In fact, he only allowed Indra to kill him. Otherwise he could have finished him. That's a big story. But the point here is that Vyāsadeva died, and anybody may say, Arey Baba, Vyāsadeva was a pure devotee, Indra was not of his level. So how come Krishna did not bless Vyāsadeva? He has blessed Indra. Externally it looks like that. But reality was, Vyāsadeva went back to Godhead. To join in Krishna's pastime. And Indra continues to rot in the material world. Proper rights, he is rotting in the material world. In the sense, material world is a dangerous existence, which is temporary and it is miserable. So if Krishna takes us to his lotus feet, how nice it is. How nice it is. So we should not look for Krishna's benediction. It's in another dimension, which may be beyond my assessment. I may not be able to see. Sometimes in a life, actually, Prabhupada said that's the highest platform. Any benefit happens in our life, we should see it in this angle. Any situation comes, we should see it in this angle, that whether I am spiritually benefited. But we don't see whether I am spiritually benefited. We only look in the material side. If you look in the way of spiritual benefit, there is not a single instance in the life of anybody that happens which is not for a spiritual benefit. Every incident, every situation in the life has an opportunity for spiritual advancement. That is how it is occurring for each and every individual. Therefore, every individual should be smiling and happy at every time. Why? Because spiritually speaking, at every moment, whatever situation is manifested, is a wonderful opportunity for spiritual development. Every moment. If whole world looks like that, yes, and that is the program of Krishna. The whole material world is created for only one purpose, for our spiritual advancement. So if I also look in that perspective, that today this situation is manifested in front of me, and how in this situation I can offer service to Krishna, I can please Krishna, you will see that there is complete harmony. There is resonance. But in case you see, this world is for my material comfort, either as material comfort or the mana yogi. If you think in that way, and if you think I will go to God and pray for material benefits only, clash will occur. Because God as the Supreme Father, even if you pray, may not give you something if He thinks it is not for your spiritual benefit. He may say no, because he feels it is not good for him. Correct? Just like a father, he may refuse sometimes because he feels the child will not be benefited by this and it is not good for him. Rather, seeing the irresponsible behavior before, he may misuse that facility. So inconceivably actually, Krishna is very active in the life of a devotee. Nobody should feel, even for a Kanishta Adhikari, Krishna is active. It is not that it is only active for a Mahabharata. Krishna is active for everybody. Everybody Krishna is giving. True, when you come to Madhyama level, the protection increases. Uttama level, person is fully protected. There is no question of a fall down of a Madhyama or Uttama. Uttama, no question. Madhyama also doesn't fall down. Kanishta may fall down. That because that much only degree you want Krishna to work on you. You say to Krishna on all sincerity, Krishna, fully protect me. Krishna will protect, but the call is not there. So, we want to be independent. So Krishna doesn't want to force. Madhyama, his call has now come to a particular level. So Krishna will protect him. Uttama is fully surrendered to the Lord. It's completely Rishikesh. All the senses has been taken over by the Lord. So in 3 degrees you can understand Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama. So Krishna is part of the life of the devotee. And this example is given like a dam. Dam is put. To the degree we are surrendered. And the Kala, so many desires are coming because of Kala they are ahead. And sometimes in dam there are sluice gates. Our own karma, Krishna releases it. Not that he creates. He creates for like Pandava and all. He creates some fearsome condition. It is not because the Pandava did some sinful activity that happened. They are associates of the Lord. Particularly Arjuna. So why so many difficulties? Why, in fact, Bhishma says in the beginning of Bhagavatam, he said how bewildering this is. These Pandavas are so exalted. And their wife Draupadi was like Lakshmi itself. So great they are. Such a noble family. But they support so much. As a grandfather he saw, they support so much. Then he says it is very difficult to understand the plan of the Lord. Because it's not easy for us to make an assessment. It is happening because of this reason. Very difficult to make that assessment. We don't know why it is happening. Because Krishna's plan is Adbhuta Karma. It's beyond our capacity to understand. In the same way, we can see here that Parikshit Maharaj is there. He has left his kingdom. He has come on the banks of the Ganges. It is very difficult for us to understand, what all this is happening. What way is he being benefited? But if you are spiritually looking, oh my God, how fortunate Krishna has made him. Sitting on the banks of the Ganges, about to leave his body, surrounded by the greatest of the sages in this universe. How auspicious it is. And to put icing to the cake, Shukadeva Goswami has come to further enhance his fortune. So this is a way to look at it. But we have no idea. We are fully in the material perspective. We will not be able to understand the benefit. We will not be able to understand the benefit that Parikshit Maharaj is getting. We are saying, oh, what a misfortune it is. A karmi will see, what a misfortune. A yogi will also think in the similar perspective. What siddhi will get. Yogi will think it like that. But Parikshit Maharaj, neither a karmi, neither a yogi, was a bhakta. And he got the highest benediction of eternal samadhi of Krishna. As we increase in our Krishna consciousness, last Sunday we discussed Bhakti Rasa. As it increases, we come to a situation of samadhi on the lotus feet of Krishna. And this is the fortune that Parikshit Maharaj got. And for this, we have to endeavor. In this material world, practically speaking, it cannot be just like we have to maintain the family. It cannot if we don't think about money. We have to practically something we have to do. Just like it's the temperature should be 98.4. Yeah, to that degree it is fine. We are not saying make the temperature 0. Then death will occur. So to a certain degree we do have to take care of family and other things, and duties are there. But you should always remember one fact. What? My primary business is that Krishna, give me a situation like Shukadeva Goswami. What? I can be a samadhi on your lotus feet. Grant me that. And this is what a devotee should aspire for. Today, if I want to do that, is it easy? No, it is not easy. Billions and trillions of desires are there, harassing and dragging me. And it looks, just like Rupa Goswami says, it looks hopeless actually. Isn't it? It looks quite hopeless. How we can ever attain this condition? Just like Parikshit Maharaj, we all know, after 7 days of hearing from Shukadeva Goswami, went to Samadhi on Krishna. He did not even feel the pain of the snake biting him. Snake came to bite him, to bone. The poison was so strong, a flying snake came and bit him. Because that was the curse. But already he was in Samadhi on Krishna. He did not even know what had happened. His body burned. Everybody could see his body burning. But he himself, before the snake bite, said, "Where is that bird? Come and bite me now." Where is the snake? Or what are the magical thing which is created by the curse of that Brahma? Let it come. The son of a Brahma, let it come. He was beyond the body. Just like Shukadeva Goswami also was beyond. So that's what we can get actually. So we are actually suffering in the material existence. But we have no idea. Prabhupada, therefore we mentioned this point last Sunday. Don't go to a spiritual master unless you are aware of the suffering and you want to solve the problem. Please don't go to a spiritual master. Correct? That statement we were discussing, I think previous Sunday. You should not. So in the same way, Parikshit Maharaj, now Shukadeva Goswami has come. He knows. He is burning in the existence, material existence, number one. And number two, he wants to further hear from him and enhance the devotion and solve the problem of material existence. And we are not aware where we are stuck up. We are not aware the problem we are in. And we approach a spiritual master for this purpose only. Sometimes some people say that why is it that Krishna takes birth only in India? Different incarnations all are in India. Because there are people who know we have a problem of existence here. They are aware. Not that they may be making big gorgeous arrangement for sense gratification. Prabhupada said that's the difference between a karmi and a devotee. Karmi, whole his life, keeps dreaming and making gorgeous arrangement for sense gratification. He may go to temple also sometime, but his focus is not on spiritual elevation. His focus is how will he eat better, how will he sleep better, how will he mate better, how will he defend better. That's all. He's an animal actually. Because that is what is the animal life. And he keeps thinking how to make a grand arrangement for these things. But a devotee, he also makes grand arrangement. Just like now festival is coming. We also spend. We will spend now. Last time we spent so much time and money. So similarly, these do spend. Devotee also spends. Just like karmis, they have marriage. Grand arrangement for the nonsense function. Actually today it has lost any meaning. Why? Because they are not going to follow any rules of Grihastha ashram. So it is just animals living together. There is called Grihastha and Grihimeni. When somebody is going to follow the rules and regulations as per the scripture of a Grihastha ashram, then it is the occasion to celebrate. Yes, a temple is just like an inauguration of a temple. It's always a big function. Whole city comes. So yes, for the marriage and husband and wife are now going to serve the Lord, there should be a celebration. Otherwise, cats and dogs also live together. Why do we need to celebrate that? But karmi means you make huge arrangement for such kind of celebration. Huge. He will spend all his money, he will become pauper in that. Whole life they keep planning. My children's marriage will be there, and this I will do, here I will do, this I will give. Correct or not? And they see to it, it's a grand function. 100 times they tell, you have to come. And if you don't come, they become really angry. Grand arrangement. And anything possible in that, they are ready. Recently some marriage was there, some relative. I was not interested to go only all the way. But he was telling, and that, I hope he doesn't hear the class. No. What he was telling is no. No, was telling that, in the big pandal, which is in one corner, you can also come and do bhajan. Basically what I was thinking was that he wants to make the function as gorgeous as possible. Correct? But finally, there is not even a hint or an idea or a plan of spiritual life, either for his children or anything. If his son says, no, Papa, after we get married, both husband and wife, we'll nicely live a simple life and we will have a temple and we will serve the Lord and we will glorify the Lord. Actually, any grihastha, Prabhupada used to say, one devotee told, the Jayapataka Maharaj, he was telling once, we went near a church and Prabhupada said, don't think all the people in the world will live in the church. People are living outside also and they will follow the teachings. Prabhupada is giving an instruction in the sense that don't think that all the people will live in the temple. That's not practical. People are living outside, but even there, they will glorify the Lord and practically spread the message. That should be seen how much they are practically spreading the message. That is important. What they do, either they just spend time planning their own sense gratification, or they keep planning day by day how the message has to be distributed. Correct? For that, there should be a celebration. So devotee means he makes grand plans with detail about glorification of Krishna. Grand. Then, see, planning is there. In fact, it is said it can be devotee. Kama. We all have a tendency to plan. So now event is there. Now the youngsters talk about one event is there. That's a nowadays term. Event. What's up? An event. This big event is coming. Because why is it we are looking what's happening? Because spiritual world, there is always an event. We are used to that. There is a big event. And all of us gather and go. And there is again service to Narayana or Krishna. And there is so nectarian it is, the event. In the material world we come and we think one event is there and we try to glorify like that. Oh, yeah, it was literally a great fun. And we anticipate again because we are used to events full of fun in the spiritual world. We think another festival is going to happen and you will go there. And then finally today what they do, they drink daru and they come back. The event is of no meaning, useless event. But actually we should understand in this way that events in the spiritual world, there are constant festivals. In the material world we are here. Here also there have to be festivals for glorification of Krishna. And we should not be shy. We should not use our intelligence. Why God has given mind? He has given mind to think about Him. Why He has given hand to again serve Him? These all things belong to Krishna only. So we have intelligence. We have a tendency to plan a big event. Why not use it? Use it to glorify Krishna. Yes? We should do like that. We should do like that. That also should be there. That also should be there. Why? It is around Krishna. Just like the battlefield, Prabhupada says, we are not interested to hear about any war. Okay? We are not interested. War stories, only war stories are there. If you put on the net, this war happened, that war happened. But why we are so interested to hear about Bhagavad Gita? It's also in the war only, some message. Because Krishna is there. In fact, Prabhupada says the other way around. He says that people are so interested about mundane things. Krishna created a most drastic condition where the biggest war, Mahabharata is practically the biggest war which happened in the history. These wars are nothing actually. These wars, maybe some people participated, 10 lakh, 20 lakh people. Here the whole world participated. These wars, only World War I, World War II we say name, but not everybody was participating. But the war of Mahabharata, everybody was participating. All the Kshatriyas participated from all around the world. And crores of people died also in the battlefield. So all that arrangement was made. And before that, Krishna created such a climax and Bhagavad Gita was formed. So that people who are very interested to hear war stories, because they are only interested in the mundane news, they will be benefited by the message of Gita. So Arjuna takes an opportunity of hearing the message of Bhagavad Gita, and now Parikshit Maharaj is taking an opportunity. Another instance has been created where now Parikshit Maharaj will take the benefit and he is going to take the real benefit. So the great sages are actually, they neglect people who are after other kind of benefits. They are waiting. And Shukadeva Goswami therefore was the disinterested in this world, for just walking samadhi on Krishna, fully realized state. Most of the people don't know what is Krishna, and we are like neophyte. Theoretically we know, and some pleasure we get on serving Krishna, and we have invested faith on the great acharyas and the shastra, and we are doing our devotional service. Imagine Shukadeva Goswami is seeing the whole spiritual world. And he's seeing people, just like Prabhupada says one time. He said, all the people in this world practically are like animals. In fact, one devotee recalls, he said, we were on a morning walk, and Prabhupada is telling us, actually you people are still so atheistic. You see, generally Prabhupada used to encourage the devotee, but sometimes Prabhupada used to tell the truth. On the platform of a pure devotee, they are almost like atheist only still. And a pure devotee is on a different platform. Imagine what a benediction it is. It was they got to be with a pure devotee. But 70 years in India, people could not recognize how advanced we are now. Such a great saying, 70 years in India, how many people have taken benefit of Prabhupada's presence? Nobody. Nobody has taken benefit. Even now, Prabhupada saw that his old samadhi on Krishna. Prabhupada said, these are nothing but my spiritual ecstasies, or whatever he wrote. That is his. Why spiritual ecstasy means? It's on another plane. How many people take benefit, even in the moment? And forget about outside in the world. How many people are getting the benefit of Prabhupada? So very rare, such great saints very rarely come to this world. And we should know that when Shukadeva Goswami came, it is said a Kanishtadhikari should not discriminate, because he cannot discriminate between Mahabhagavata, and for him he will make a blunder. Madhyamadhikari discriminates. And Uttama is another platform. He also doesn't. He sees everybody as a great devotee except himself. Uttama goes to an ecstasy. On Samadhi, another Yogmaya platform they go into. And they feel, accept him, everybody is serving the Lord. So, Uttamadhikari cannot discriminate, and Kanishta should not discriminate. He will make a blunder again. Discrimination is done by Madhyamadhikari. He does discrimination. So all we need, actually, we should be honest to the level of our realization. Don't cheat people. We should always be honest, so that people place us in the right place. And if this much is done, actually, everything, the whole association of Vaishnavas becomes very pleasant. We see in Bhagavatam, when Chaitanya Charitamrita also, when Haridas Thakur comes, or when the Goswamis come, the Shad Goswamis come to meet Haridas Thakur or Ramananda Rai, so happy they are to meet each other. Similarly, Prabhupada says, the only gatherings which should be there in this world is the gathering of saints. There is no point in gathering of Shudras, that is Kali Yuga, that is democracy. The leader is also first class Shudra, not by birth we are talking, by their nature and activity. A first class animal. Animals should not gather, it's a waste. And how much money will you spend now? Elections come one by one. What happens in election rallies? Gathering of animals, that's all. Fools. Fools should not gather together. Rather, it should be restricted. Saints should gather together. Because why the fools gather? Now rally is there. In Bangalore also we have big rallies. People gather together. We don't want to be political, so we are not naming any one of them. But they gather together for what? They think we are sitting together here for the benefit of the society. But do you know what is benefit? Prabhupada gives an example. There was once, he says, outside his house, he saw one lady was there. Thapar, thapar. She was beating one boy, young boy. And Prabhupada was curious, so he sent his servant. Find out what had happened. Why, they are so agitated and she's slapping. And the boy was crying, but still she was beating him. So the servant came back and he informed Prabhupada, it is like this. The younger brother of that boy is now life is between death and life because of that boy. What did No, he was having, say, something like jaundice or something. He's not supposed to eat some solid food. But he was crying for it. And his elder brother became sympathetic and he given him paratha when he should not have any solid food. Now his health has deteriorated very badly and he's having a high temperature and therefore mother is very upset. So you may try to do good if you don't know what is good instead of benefiting. Correct? Elder brother wanted to benefit only the younger brother, but without knowledge it harm. So Prabhupada many times used to say, even in PQPA that thing is there, Prabhupada said you want to do good, first you should know what is good. Otherwise you cannot benefit. So fools gather together, millions of them may gather, trillions of them may gather. It's a waste of time. Because they have no knowledge. How to do good to the society. And all sages of Naimisharya and gather together for the good of the society. They are thinking, now Kali is going to start, what will happen and how people should be benefited. So therefore, Prabhupada says, there was a time in India, place of Hari Sabha was there. In every village, in every town, whole city used to gather in the morning and evening to hear Hari Katha. If you gather also, what do you do? You hear Hari Katha. Today, Mera Bharat Mahan, this is animal platform. Mere Desh ki dharti, this is animal platform. What does the Shastra say? Gokhara. What is the shloka of Gokhara? Yasyat buddhi gunapeti dhatuke swadhi kalatra deshubhamahi jadi yat tirtha buddhi salilena karheche janeshu abhigneshu saeva gokhara. The Shastra says, the person says, I am this body. Correct? Swadhi kalatra deshubhamahi jadi. And all his relatives are my, anything coming out of his body, the children and the family connected. They're everything. Yat tirtha buddhi salilena karheche. And the holy place he goes just to take a bath, not to hear the same. Bhauma ichyati. We have forgot the previous line. I said no. Yasyas buddhi prunapeti dhatuke saudhi kalatra shubhoma ichyati. This place of my birth is worshipable. Just like they say, my Tulu Desha, my Konkana Desha. This is animal platform of existence, not a human platform of existence. Human platform of existence is this whole universe belongs to the Lord. And I am a citizen of the whole universe. And I am a son of Krishna. I do not belong to this place. I do not belong to this material existence itself. I am a son of Krishna. The identity is changed. Prabhupada said it's an animal platform. I am an Indian, I am a Kannadiga, I am a Tulu, I am an American, I am an African. This is animal platform, not a human platform. Human platform is higher. Like in Bhagavad Gita also it said, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Dhamane Galihasini Suni Cheva Sapake Cha Pandita Samadarshana. Once one boy told me, in a college, the function was there, 15th August, and tears came from my eyes hearing Vesha Bhakti. I said, this is animal platform. Bhagavata platform, still higher. Still higher. So he is not Parikshit Maharaj Shukdev Goswami is coming, oh, you come here, you belong to Tuli Desha, huh? You are Kannadiga. He is not thinking about this thing. There was once, I remember one person who was Desha Bhakta like that. And after I joined the temple, I wrote to him that see, I have now become a full-time devotee and we are building a beautiful temple in Bangalore and you can also participate. He wrote to me, why you wrote in English? How does it matter? But because the poster was in English, How does it matter? It is in English or Hindi. How does it matter? Message is important. So people are after these things on the external adambaras. They had a big meeting in Bangalore some time ago. And some Tulu, and their old drum is there, which was played in Bangalore some hundreds of years ago. And they're playing, everybody is playing on that, some hitting the drum, and they're all clapping, feeling so happy, identifying with our culture. Prabhupada says, what is important in the culture is knowledge, not the adambara, not the dress, not the adambara, this is secondary. What is primary? First is knowledge. So first, Shukadeva Goswami did, Parikshit Maharaj did not say, what dress? What dress? There is no dress only. This person is in a Paramahamsa condition. But he could understand. All the sages, they are advanced spiritualists, all could recognize a great saint has come. We would not been able to recognize, definitely. Correct? They could immediately recognize great saint has come. Here it is there, we are not able to recognize. Even now we are not able to recognize that which devotee has benefited us. In fact, I remember once we had a meeting and one devotee was there, very beautiful, he spoke, Ras Raj Prabhu. He said, none of us have understood how great Prabhupada is. We have not understood how great he is. We know he is great. We don't know how great he is. It's still beyond us. We can, if we have little intelligence, we can understand by his work. Because that is why, just like a doctor, we can see the work and we can understand how great the doctor is. But still it's not. Because real greatness comes, Prabhupada says, when you hear a pure devotee. Then you understand a pure devotee. We cannot understand a pure devotee in any other way. By his looks, correct? We cannot understand. So Prabhupada's glories will be understood and realized to us when we become a sincere devotee. Then Krishna will reveal how great he is. It's just like glories of Krishna manifest in the heart with the degree of our sincerity. Similarly, the glories of a pure devotee are manifest. Pure devotee reveals himself when we are sincere. Like Parikshit Maharaj is very sincere, now Krishna has sent him a Shukadeva Goswami and is given a full faith. This man is going to guide you. The same way, our objective should be that we can advance. But we are not interested. Either we are karmis, we are interested in our own kutumbo bharanena eva, how my material life becomes wonderful, or we are interested in some kind of yoga siddhi, some kind of gymnastic, which I can show to public. In fact, Prabhupada says all the yoga siddhis we do today are somehow imitated by the scientists. There are some yogis who can enter, they become smaller than atom. Yes, and they can enter anywhere. We have made tunnels nowadays. There are some yogis, they can fly. Yes, we have aeroplanes today. So we can walk on water, we have boats today. So all these siddhis which people are so much enamored by are to some degree imitated by the scientists. So a devotee should not bother for that anyway. It is there. A devotee's botheration is actually, he wants pleasure of the Lord. He wants, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari, kavitam jagadish kamaye, mama janmani janmanishware bhavatal bhakti ahituki. What a devotee wants is causeless devotional service. So we should rededicate ourselves to that. Shri Prabhupada ki